This is probably gonna be one of the worst things we see today.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Let's get it out the way.
The Anthony article.
It's not quite
That
Anthony.
makes sense.
It's not full Anthony. Let's say that.
Full Anthony?
No.
Ryan's stuff is the most tragic, and they're real stories.
I just have a better way of, I make it sound lighter.
Yeah.
So there's a San Antonio police officer who was recently fired after shooting at a teenager who was doing absolutely nothing other than eating McDonald's in his car.
in his car.
And when you hear these news stories now, you think, yeah, right, he probably was a suspect and had a gun under the seat. This time, no. He was just a kid eating McDonald's in his car. The officer was looking for a different guy, thought it was him. The kid got scared because the officer was like he opened his door and was basically like had his gun out, so the kid freaked out. He reversed to he put his hand on the steering wheel, and then the officer started shooting.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, because the car started moving.
Yeah.
And the officer freaked out, didn't know how to handle
But in the report, the officer wrote that that the car was gonna hit him, so that's why he shot. But let's look at the video and see for ourselves.
Oh man, dude. TMZ covering it, huh?
What's that nighttime?
Get out of the car.
What? Oh my god! What the?
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
What the fuck, dude?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Is that kid alive?
He is in critical condition.
Oh my god, dude. Cops are fucking nuts, bro.
Quickly.
So as it turns out, the cop said the officer approached the car because he thought it was the same vehicle that allegedly evaded police the day before. Someone had called for a disturbance at the McDonald's, and that wasn't the disturbance. It was something completely different, and they just thought that kid was the thing people were calling for. The teen suffered multiple gunshot wounds, taken to the hospital in critical. He was initially charged with evading detention and assault on a police officer.
Fuck you.
But then since then, they dismissed the charges and they fired they terminated the cop.
Oh wow.
Does the cop have a partner? Or no?
It does not you don't see it in the video, but that might be the person who's describing the report of what that guy did. It could be the partner giving his account, because they're saying the cop said the officer did this, so might be.
The cop just gets fired, right? Nothing happens to him, right?
You mean as far as charges?
Yeah.
So far, just getting sacked.
Yikes.
But getting terminated is better than paid leave, which is what they usually do.
Yeah, that's true. It's a step up.
Paid leave.
Yeah, usually it's like, hey, yeah, we suspended him, but we're just gonna keep making $8,000 a month while you suspend him for 2 months.
In this case, when
vacation.
they fire him, does he get severance?
I don't know. I think it's probably the military type of thing, where if it's some sort of dishonorable discharge, you probably don't.
Yeah, you can't get severance for that kind of term.
Because that would suck, because then it's either paid leave or paid to leave. It's
How the
either
fuck?
one.
What kind of training is this, dude?
I know, dude. That thing's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
That was
The
wild.
poor kid, dude, literally unarmed, sitting in his car eating McDonald's by himself.
Yeah.
And then freaks out because he's like, what the fuck did I do? And then gets shot up. That's
And
crazy.
how wild is it, too? It's the vehicle matches the description of a car that maybe got away from his yesterday.
Yeah,
So he's going in, weapons hot. Immediately, holy fuck.
Its escalation is like this.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the proper protocol is like when you're a police officer, you're technically part of a team. You're not supposed to be fucking Rambo. So let's say there is a car that's like that, right? Yeah, you call it in. And it's always better to veer on being less violent than more violent. Mm-hmm. So you would probably call it in, check, run the plates. Cool. That's not. He probably would have found out that's not the one that evaded. But let's say,
Yeah.
you don't want him to get away. It's too crazy. You could probably get one of your other buddies to block off the McDonald's. So you kind of slowly, like a python, choke him out.
Right.
Versus just fucking strike like crazy, Because that shit, man, that's fucking...
So many other options.
There's so many ways you can slowly control the situation without having to use the gun should be the last resort.
And he still didn't even get the kid. He still was able to drive off a little bit.
Dude,
It's
oh my god.
So he didn't really do what he needed to do.
The gun sounded like the first resort in this guy's mind.
Exactly.
Immediate.
That guy shouldn't have a gun.
Boom.
That guy, that is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Dude,
from a cop. That's
pretty
fucking insane.
bad. Yeah. Yeah, and it sucks that like, did there any part of that look like assault on a police officer?
No, but I'm not surprised that was immediately drummed up
Yeah.
at all.
It just shows how they operate a little bit. You know?
Assault on a police officer.
Plus, I wonder, not to suppose too much, but there's no way this cop has any remorse about it. He's probably like, hey, dude, in an active situation, you have to fucking yeah, great. You know what I mean? Like,
You said it's San Antonio?
San Antonio, yeah.
So you think the family's gonna press charges?
Oh, I hope they do.
I hope they do too.
This kid went to critical.
Shit,
I hope they do, man.
He's in critical from gunshots. His life's not. It's gonna have some lasting damage.
For what? And for what?
For what? For fucking McChicken Deluxe.
was already had.
Gun rights in Texas. The victim in this situation. Like, is it like assumed for police in Texas to be like, people are armed, like, you know what I mean? He has an ability to respond that quick as well.
Yeah, but
I'm
the
just
kid
wondering.
showed his hands.
No, you gotta see something, yeah.
Like, he was obviously eating. You see that in the video.
You see the wrapper.
You see both of his hands.
Chicken wrapper, yo.
And then not only that, he actually tried putting it on the steering wheel before things got all hectic.
I think he was like a crazy. That's why I asked if he was like if he had a partner, because it seemed like he's like a super spaz rookie. Because when you're a super spaz rookie, you're usually assigned to a partner that goes on patrol with you for 2 years, so that you don't like for example, one time, me, Silent Mike, and two of my other friends were driving on Monterey Pass. Car pulls us over because the car matched the description of a car that was just in a robbery. So they pull us over. They make all of us sit on the curb, and then the guy that told us to get out was like very, very aggressive. You know? And then, but we were all compliant. Like, oh shit! Like, if it looks like the car that was in a robbery, I mean, yeah, go ahead. Like, check, make sure we're good, because we didn't rob any house around here. We're just literally going home. So we all sit on the curb, and then this guy was like, you know, like very like aggressive, sit down, whatever. And then his training officer came out, and then he was like, his tone of voice is way different because I think he just seen so much. And then later I hear him pull him out to the side, and he goes, I'm pretty sure they're not the ones that robbed. And he was like, how do you know? And he's like, well, they're all wearing sandals, and they're all wearing basketball shirts. So I think just because you're experienced, you can kind of just put like little things together, right?
Oh.
So you don't have to be like fucking like this, but I think he's kind of spazzy where he's like that.
I have a note. Maybe the training officer should have been the first one to interact with you guys, not the fucking jittery rookie. Hey, everybody get out of the car! Like,
It's like Andy Griffith and the.
yeah, like why is the training officer coming like
Don
10 minutes
Knotts.
later? He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what's going on. Like, it should have been that guy.
But I think they have to watch him. Like maybe he showed him a couple times, and now it's like, your turn.
I love that's
But
so
I think
funny.
that guy was just so like,
Well, you boys are driving a suspicious vehicle.
yeah, with the hat on the side. Yeah, so you could just tell. I'm like, oh shit, I see why there's a huge difference. This guy is like first year on the force.
Yeah.
This guy's been on for 10 years, and he could already just like be a detective. And there's no way these guys stole anything. None of them are even breaking a sweat. They're wearing,
Yeah.
you could just tell right off the bat.
There's so many characteristics outside of like the usual things that you would go, oh, like a detective would know.
Yeah, there's like no fucking, I don't know, like dust or grass or anything. Like we've been hopping fences the whole time.
Right.
No signs.
Dude, every time you hear about it, it's like, oh, they just got the guy who was from that robbery. I'm gonna think that like 10 fucking other cars
Oh, for sure.
got stopped
Yeah.
first, and like nice people thrown on the street on their face.
That's happened. That's happened to me and my old dance crew when we were in back in the day. Azusa and Amar had the only 24-hour McDonald's like in SoCal. It was just those cross streets. So we would always drive all the way out there to just have McDonald's after practice. And we got stopped, and the cop put us, all three of us, in the car just to check if we were the ones in this like disturbance or robbery that had happened in the area. And we were just fucking having the time of our lives, acting like, we're just like, cool, fine. This is kind of funny, whatever. It's not us, And then it took like 30 minutes. Yeah. They had to like actually catch the real guys first. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, because it sounded so weird to him that like all of our IDs showed our cities that we lived in were so far away. So they were like, you mean you guys come out here only to eat McDonald's? We're like, yeah, it's only fucking 24-hour one. You would know that, sir. But then he was like in such disbelief that like usually if you're robbing an area, you're not from it.
I see.
Yeah. So it took a while to verify. But then really, it's I wouldn't be surprised. Like if we ran, we'd probably get shot at.
Yeah.
Or if they didn't catch the other guys, they would have just been like, yeah, it was these guys.
I know.
It is one of the toughest jobs in the world because you're like playing the fucking justice lady, and you're like, fuck, what do I don't even have all the evidence, and I just gotta fucking heads or tails, you know?
And I get it. That's why, like, I wasn't upset. I was like, I understand the process. Like, I understand that. But in this fucking situation,
Dude.
like,
That's so crazy.
he didn't do very much different than what I did or what you did. Like, it's very fucking similar.
Especially the way he approached him, too,
He still
right?
took like 10 shots. You know?
Yeah, they always do fire like 75 shots. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't even think that's protocol. I think protocol, you're supposed to stand like back where the gas tank is, and then you have them come out. Like, show your hands through the window first. Like, if you do want to get someone out, right? Show your hands through the window first. Now open the car door from the outside, and then you put one foot out.
Yeah, it's different when he's opening the car door himself. Like, of course it's gonna make you panic.
Wait. And also, like, if you're an officer, you're truly in fear of your life, and you think this person has a gun. Why would you walk up to the car and open the door yourself?
That is true. Yeah, you don't really see that too much.
The way he approached everything.
Yeah, you never see a cop.
I've never. Yeah, that's true. I've never seen that.
That would hella make anyone panic. That would make
He's not watching too many fucking movies, bro.
Yeah, because if you turn around and you're like, oh fuck, you'd want to get out too, because it's fucking. You just see a gun in your face.
Yeah, you don't even know if it's a cop at that point. You're just reacting.
Yeah.
Dude, half the time I can't even fucking see that well. So I definitely wouldn't know if it was a cop.
Yeah.
You gotta go fix your eyes.
That's why I wear these, dude.
Now you are a cop.
Alright, no, it's cool. It's fine.